next section, we're talking about Boy Scouts because we were like the last generation of true Boy/Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
When it came to mass popularity, like we are the last,
We are the last. Yeah, that organization is in shambles.
Yeah. Like
Well,
even apart from it politically, it is struggling. You know what I mean? Like
some of the biggest money makers was the church, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
And once the church left, I mean, just not a whole lot more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
So-
there were some local things, but it's not nearly as popular.
Yeah.
And
No
then
way.
people just didn't. I mean, that's why I am a life scout, because I had everything done for my Eagle except for the project.
Same.
And yeah,
Same.
I had literally everything.
I even had the project planned out, and that's when like all the controversy started. And I was like, maybe I don't want to do this.
Yeah, well, I was student body president in high school at the time, and I have 6 to 8 months to do it. And I was looking at all the paperwork, and I'm like, this is more paperwork than service. Nice.
It is a lot of people, and you have to have an interview and everything.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, I don't have time to do this because I'm presidenting and schooling and senior year and everything. I just didn't get around to it, and I didn't do it. But I kind of wish I did. I don't like super care, and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter as much anymore. Like, it's not like a huge
If
thing.
I was
but it's
born 20 years earlier
Yeah.
and I had gotten as far as I did and stopped, I would be pretty upset with myself.
that's true. Yeah.
But seeing like the way it is now, it sucks.
yeah.
So like I'm not really that upset. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
No.
We're here to talk about our fun memories.
Well,
I
we
just, I
did
just want
do.
you guys and everyone to know I'm an Eagle Scout. So
Oh, okay.
Hey. Good job. Good job. Wait. Sorry.
yeah.
that's
Scout-
for you scumbags that are lives.
Scum. No,
Just joking.
Scout handshake. Scout handshake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure it's only 2.
No. Cub Scouts is 2. Boy Scouts is
okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
3. Fraud.
I'm
Fake
prepared.
Eagle.
I'm always prepared. All
He's
right.
always
Fake
prepared.
Eagle.
No, actually,
Beagle.
Beagle.
I never got it though.
What?
Oh.
What do you
Because
mean?
well, I earned it.
Right.
I never got it because
you
of
never
COVID.
received the Eagle.
Yeah, because I had it scheduled.
Oh, and you never had the
and
ceremony.
then the
Right.
ceremony got canceled.
So on paper you are an eagle, but
Yeah.
you never
Right.
had the full ceremony.
I don't even have like a badge to prove it.
Oh.
So here we are, 3 failed birds in a podcasting room. Wow. We all got so close, too. You know,
Yeah.
like, anyways. But what we did do, I did a lot of those powwows. I did a couple of those. And, one thing about my scouting career was you always do those campouts.
Oh, I love the
campouts.
campouts. We should go.
I've got so
why
many
don't-
good. I've got so many good
Why
camp
don't
out
we go
stories.
camping?
I don't mind camping. I don't love it. It's fine. But I would want to go when I was young.
Mhm.
But I told him I can't go above 6,500 feet, 6,000 feet.
and that really limits.
You know what they
where you can
did?
go.
They planned the highest scout camp in Utah on the year that we said, please don't schedule it high because
Do you
I
know
can't
where,
go.
Do you know where Maple Dell is?
I did go to Maple Dell.
So you could go there. Okay.
Maple Dell was sick.
So that's not too high.
No, I went there. That one was cool. I went there like twice. And my dad
You
actually
know
went
what's
there, which is
really
crazy. He
bothering
was a
me?
scout.
Did you put
What?
this in or did it come like that?
It came like this.
That is
I like
horrible.
I
it.
hate
think
it.
It's cool.
It's
Why-
really
why do you have-
bothering
why
me
do you
right
have to?
now.
I don't know. It's Grand Canyon. Now, this was too high. I was dying of elevation here.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, I like the double thing. I think it's neat.
Anyway, campouts are fun, except
Yeah.
for the Klondikes. Those are not fun.
I never even thought about going on those. I was like, no way.
They were fun, but I think they were more fun than I give them credit for because we would build like igloos and stuff
Right.
and sleep in them, which was super cool, but
Well, see, people would always claim that it was warm, and I'm like, no, it wasn't.
it's not warm.
It's cold.
So here's I've got quite a few fun camp stories, but
Yes.
this is one of my favorite memories. So I'm at scout camp,
Yeah.
like middle of the nowhere in Arizona. Like we're in the woods for a whole week. Like we got to do basically like go to a bunch of classes, earn some merit badges.
Yeah.
You go to the food hall 3 times a day for food.
Yeah.
Then you just go home and chill around the campfire
Yep.
You
with
don't
the
really go
boys.
home.
Well, you go back to your
You
tents.
tricked me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to your tents and then you're chilling. And so we the toilets there were just like these metal porta potties.
Oh, I've got a story.
So it's like a I'm trying to, you might have to look it up for reference, but like It's a concrete slab with 2 metal stalls just in the middle of the woods. And then you go in, and there's just a toilet, but there's no plumbing, obviously. It's just the hole in the ground afterwards.
Right.
So
That's
I
Wade's
go in.
favorite type of hole, by the way.
I go, and mind you, these stalls are in pairs. Like, there's always 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I go, and I go to poop. So
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there pooping, minding my own business. And
Is it like a toilet?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an actual
So
toilet.
it's not just a hole you gotta like.
Yeah, that I'm squatting over.
Yeah,
No, like you
okay.
actually sit on a toilet, but
The ones that are ranky,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
and you can just look down.
you can
and
look down and
see
just
a
see
bunch
the
of
pile
dookie.
of dookie.
Ew.
So I'm sitting there. I'd been there for like a minute, and the dude comes in the stall next to me, and then I just hear, so this is Battleship, so feel free to like just say like a letter and a number, and then shoot, and then if we hear a splash, it's a hit. And so he's like, I'll start G7, and I poop. He's like, that would be a hit. Your turn.
What
And
the
so-
frick?
And I was like, H8, and then just like silence because I still wasn't comprehending. He's like, I'll take that as a miss. My turn. And we played for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
And so at the end, I was like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm out of ammo. And he goes, okay, yeah, well, no worries. Good meeting ya. I never saw this man's face, mind you.
That's hilarious.
I should have like waited outside the stall and shook his hand afterwards.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Right,
I know
that-
there was no sinks right there.
All right, that
But-
reminds. Oh, go on.
But he like ends. He's like, yeah. So feel free to play with his friends. You can just call it Battleship, or I just call it Battleshit. So
That's funny.
Do you know what makes those stalls worse?
what?
They're like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Really?
They get so hot. And
No,
then
we were
it's-
in a pretty cool part. Even though it's like Arizona, it was northern Arizona.
Okay.
Like
Mm.
weather
those
was
stalls
nice.
get ranky when it's like
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
you got 100 degrees and you're sweating, and then like
you
the
just smell the
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
feces coming
they're
up
just
from below
boiling
you.
down there.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
the best camp out I ever went on, because again, I couldn't really go to a lot of the ones around here.
Yeah.
Even though if they scheduled it, they could have. But anyways, the best one I probably went on was in Idaho with my 2 cousins, and that was a blast because I went and I only know these 2 dudes, and I know nobody else, like even in the troop. You know?
Yeah.
And but one of the things about it was the same thing. They had, instead of like stalls like that, it was just this like wooden bathroom, right?
Yeah.
But again, not really great plumbing or whatever.
Somebody once told
Exactly.
me.
Well, no, because it was like 3 stalls next to each other, right? But it was all one structure. That thing, now ours was the only one like this, but that bathroom structure did not have any doors.
Oh,
It was
no.
just stall, bathroom, stall, or stall, toilet, right? And like I think there were 3 lined
But
up.
there's no doors to
No
the
doors.
stalls?
This is sexual assault waiting to happen.
No doors. Okay, so I was a shy child. I did not poop for 4 days.
Oh no.
I went throughout the scout
Dude
camp.
probably gained like 20 pounds.
Dude, I went to the scout. No, the scout camp ended in 6 days.
Oh no.
So this is a miracle. I'm not even kidding. So I am on scout camp, and honestly, day 1, day 2, day 3, I didn't even notice. Day 4, things get bad. Okay.
The cramps.
Yeah, well, I'm going about my day. Again, not really noticing too much. But like, man, okay, so it would have been, there was like 6 or 7 o'clock, and I'm about to go fly fishing with a bunch of people to get the fly fishing merit badge, which I did not get while I was on that camp out, by the way. But anyways, I'm about to go fly fishing with all of
Yeah.
them. So, but the bus is leaving. You know what I mean? I realized I forgot my like binder that had everything I needed in it. So I start running back to the camp, and the whole camp was like an oval with like a cut in the top that you could kind of cut across, right? Well, I'm running back to my like camp, and I realize it is coming. The poop is now. The poop is now.
You're prairie dogging.
And I still do not want to poop in that one. And I'm like, it is not. I started seeing brown, man.
Oh
like,
no.
like it is urgent, and it is now. And I start running, and the air is a little bit better down there. It's like 3,000 feet,
Yeah.
2,000 feet. I'm running back, and I'm like, okay, I got to use the shortcut to get back. And I swear to you, this is day 4. I knew the layout very well. I should have gone all the way up to the one side, and then like somehow cut it. I cut across the side, But somehow in the fog, I ended up at the bottom right, completely apart from our camp. And so I just swallowed my pride and asked somebody who was just hanging out at their camp, like, I need to use the bathroom. Where is it? And they're like, over there. And I go, and I was at the only camp with doors. Because one of the things that you had to do is you had to modify your camp with a tarp somehow. And they used their tarp as the doors. We used ours as like a fence to the axe yard. But
That's stupid.
But they used theirs as doors. So not only did I use the bathroom in an actual toilet that was fine, I also got a door and it was fine, and I didn't poop the rest of the time.
So I went to Timberline.
that was a miracle because I don't even know how I ended up there. I was going up here, I ended up here, and I got doors.
I went to Timberline, and this guy, I believe they had flushable toilets as well and showers.
Yeah.
This kid didn't go to the bathroom. It's a week-long camp,
Uh-huh.
and he had to go home because the poop went back into his stomach.
Yeah. It was probably dangerous what I
What
did.
is wrong with you guys?
Well, I
Go
just
poop! Go poop! Poop!
So anyways, that was my scouting career. But
Your whole career is
Your
Yeah.
career was being constipated.
so that went fine. I remember
So
being
did you miss the bus then?
No, I actually made it. So that's the crazy thing is I somehow got down there, then ran back up to get my stuff, and got back to the bus all in time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a
Crazy.
miracle. I'm telling you, God is real. It was insane.
I'm
So-
starting to think part of the reason they starved us on Trek is so we wouldn't poop on the side of the trail.
Trek?
Yeah,
My Trek had
that's a whole
porta
different
potties.
story. Yeah, no.
Really?
they like had at the very back there was a truck that just hauled
Yeah.
porta potties.
I think
Wow.
we have a whole other episode's worth of stuff for Trek. So
I did
we'll-
not go to Trek, but I'm
yeah,
down.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll
Trek
save
was
we'll save
horrible.
Trek.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
my
Boy
scouts. Now
Yeah.
my turn.
Your turn.
Yeah.
It was, I think this was like a 4-3, 2-night, 3-night, I can't remember. Camp out.
He went camping.
Those are very different numbers.
Well, I mean, it was no one difference.
Might have been a month.
Well, I was gonna say 4-day,
Yeah.
but it was 3-night.
Okay,
Or
okay,
it was
okay.
2-night. I can't remember.
Gotcha,
So 3-day, 2-night, 4-day, 3-night. I don't know. Anyway, so this is one where we had nothing. We had to build our own shelters. We had to find our own
Oh,
food.
wilderness survival one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
those
for
ones
the
were my
wilderness
favorite.
I didn't
survival.
go on those because I was afraid I'd die.
Anyway, this is the worst experience of my life. Let me explain.
Even worse than
we-
the colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy felt nice. I'm just joking. So we pair into groups.
Yeah.
Of 2 or 3, because our group had 3 because there was an extra kid.
Mhm.
And so we built this super nice shelter. We like made it like mattresses in there, like it was like comfy enough, you know. And it was huge, and it was great.
Uh-huh.
And we're hyped. We're like, we're gonna be like hanging out in here. We're
With
gonna be
this Xbox we built.
sleeping, yeah, sleeping good, everything.
It's looking like Patrick from SpongeBob's house inside, where it's just
Yeah,
like
it's a
sand.
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it gets to about 10 o'clock, because you stay up late.
Yeah.
anyways.
Right.
It gets about 10 o'clock where it's dark. It's starting to get cold. People start winding down. You usually like hang around the campfire for the rest of the night. And this kid was like, "Nope, I'm not doing it." In another group, it was my
Right.
cousin's group. The
Right.
kid he was with said, "Nope, I'm not doing this." And we had tents just
Mhm.
in case, you know.
Yeah.
And so he slept in the tent.
Mhm.
And it was my cousin. He was going to be all by himself. So they made me move to my cousin.
Oh.
And do you know what his was?
What?
His was a few sticks leaned up against a tree.
Oh no.
And so I had to sleep that night sitting up.
Oh,
That's as much room as I had.
that
Aw.
sucks.
And so I ran to my stuff. I stole a pillow and I slept. I like used it for my butt because I was sitting on the ground all night.
Holy cow.
I was like, this mother trucker. I was so mad.
What'd you do the other nights though? It was just you went back to yours?
No, that was the last night.
Oh,
was
okay.
like-
Or maybe I think actually we only had to do it one night.
Oh, you had to do that one
Mm.
night.
We had
but
to
the
make our
camp
own
out
shelter.
was-
Yeah. sleeping at one night.
Usually it's just
Right.
one night.
And so, yeah, I was like, this is horrible. Why would you do this to
Yeah,
me?
that sucks. That sucks so
I
bad.
was gonna say on my wilderness survival one, I was like, I kind of lucked out because the trees there were kind of like they were like shedding, at least the species of tree. So like you could pull off bark from them, but it would come off in like huge chunks,
Mm.
like legit, like you know, I think of this is gonna be so niche in the first Shrek movie when Fiona just like grabs a chunk of the tree and uses it as a door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
legit, like that.
Yeah.
Like I could just like run a hatchet along it and get like this perfect chunk of wood, and it would
Yeah.
just peel off all at once.
Nice.
It was thick bark too. And so I just like tied a string between two trees and laid like a bunch of panels of bark on it,
Heck yeah.
and then just crawled in it. I was chilling. It
That's
was so
sick.
nice.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Until like there's like these other like freaking two hippie women like in the campsite next to us, like constantly coming over to tell us, I don't even know what authority they had. Like, make sure you put this back next to the exact tree you got it from.
All right, like it's
Like-
gonna grow back.
Yeah. like and like just because like when I dismantled
Leave
it,
no
I,
trace.
I left like a pile of bark between two trees. Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah.
Like they're
Or
like,
leave
no,
your-
take
your-
it back to that tree that you got it from.
Take
I'm
your
like,
string down and leave the bark in a pile. Someone will
We
use it
are-
for firewood.
yeah.
We are nature. Like this
Yeah.
is,
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was my wilderness survival wasn't that interesting.
See, I didn't do wilderness survival, but on that camp out in
Well,
Idaho that I
There's
went
a
to.
reason you're not an eagle.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Well, okay. I man, you get me going, man. Okay.
Oh,
So I
man.
got so on that one I did the fly fishing merit badge, but I didn't get it because I didn't catch a fish, which was a
That's
requirement.
rough.
So by the end of that merit badge, I ended up fly fishing in like 4 different times in 3 different states trying to catch a dang fish.
You
And
can
I-
fly fish at the Provo River. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I tried. I could not catch a dang fish. And so finally my cousin my cousin Mitch, he's like a second cousin. Anyways, we're in Nebraska. And Mitch is like, I will catch this boy a fish. We're catching this guy a fish. So-
We will get one.
Yeah, so we go out, and I remember he's driving his truck or his Jeep, and I'm like, 14, small, and I notice he's on his maps trying to get to where we're going, and I notice we're like drifting, and I thought, should I say something to Mitch? I don't know. Like, he's the driver. He seems to know what he's... and we go into a ditch, and that's the first time I heard him swear. And anyways, I ended up... we got out of the ditch. I wrote a poem about it on Facebook, which is how my mom found out. And I did catch a fish. It was a sunfish about that big.
Hey, that's all that matters. That's
and I
what you
caught like
needed.
10 of them, and I got the fly fishing merit badge!
I love fishing so
I literally have all my fishing gear
because it's
in
just
my
hanging
car.
out with your friends and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
barely even catching anything.
We don't even have to talk. If we do the podcast, we have to talk to each other. Fishing, we don't have to.
You kind of need to be quiet there,
That's
especially
true.
river fishing, because like they don't like
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I-
like that 1 minute video.
I'm fine.
That's
Let's go
crazy.
to Provo. I've never been to Provo.
Oh,
to
I
fish.
love Provo River.
Me neither. I've never done that to fish.
Did I tell the story about the canoe in Provo River?
No.
So this is
I
scouting.
know. You
This
told
is
it on the
scouting.
podcast. I think it was the first 3 ones where Wade wasn't on.
All
Tell
right.
it again. Tell it again.
Since this
Oh,
season
yeah.
2.
Oh, I think you have.
We're
but
going to
yeah.
revisit it for season
So
2.
we are earning our river rafting, or we're just going river rafting. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a merit badge for it. And we're training down Provo River because we're going to Flaming Gorge.
Okay.
Don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah, I know.
It's
where
a
that
big
is.
river,
Yeah.
much better for that stuff. But we're training in canoes. We're not going to be in a canoe when we go. We're going to be in rafts, so I don't really know how that works. So it's me, my uncle, who's the bishop, and my cousin, his son,
Uh-oh.
all in a canoe. We
Dude, you're dying. You haven't even gotten to the
I'm
punchline.
only remembering bits of the story.
Okay, continue.
there's a big group of us.
Okay.
And we're in the very back because I don't know, he's the bishop, wants to make sure at least
Yeah.
an adult's in the back. Horrible idea. Horrible idea. So I learn. Me and my cousin are learning. I learned my uncle also doesn't know how to control a canoe going down a river,
Yeah.
and so we're hanging around in the back, and we cannot control the thing. At some point, we go sideways. We're going backwards.
Oh, no.
Everything. And so we're like, we can't control this thing, but we're gonna try. And so you know, you have someone in the back that has a little thing that's
Yeah, like
with
trying to
his
steer
oar,
a little bit.
and you have another guy that's in the front. So you know Provo River.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
see, there's a
I-
lot,
I've rafted a
a
lot.
lot of fishing.
Oh yeah.
So we don't know what we're doing. We can't control the canoe,